Hello, welcome. This is going to be a machine at the heart of the world in a moment. Right now it's a black screen because the game kind of starts talking as soon as I start it, and I wanted to say a few things first. So this is a game by Skell. You should be pretty familiar with his work by now if you've been watching my channel for a while. That I actually did voice acting for. So I'm going to hear my voice as soon as I start this, so let's see what it's like to hear my own voice in a game that I'm playing. My recording software takes a moment to attach sometimes when I start it. There it goes. The world stopped. That change that rippled through the entire planet, maybe even all of reality, and left humanity confused. The time of day was frozen. Plants wouldn't change, animals would stay around the same place, machines became indifferent. And whenever you changed something, it would come back to the way it was when no one was looking. I was a researcher, one of many who tried to understand this change, but our work was fruitless. Our instruments wouldn't work and the results were inconsistent. While we worked in our laboratories, the world went through all types of chaos and apathy. After what seemed like decades of wasted time, I found myself traveling the world, reaching the barren deserts of the Arctic. This is where I found the entrance to a cave that took me to the center of the Earth. I did not know how I knew it, but as soon as I laid my eyes on the enormous machine, I knew it was the root of the problem. A mechanism that avoids understanding was ticking silently. The first one to greet me was its caretaker, a dried-up body of a small man, his left temple horribly broken. Then I noticed the stone tablets mounted on the walls, inviting me to touch them and discover their secrets. Perhaps the world can still be fixed. Let's try to decipher these symbols. Looking at the tablets, I get the impression that they are control panels of some sort. Perhaps the glyphs are instructions. Okay, can I talk now? So this is me. Hi, 2019 Alex here. I can tell that I recorded this a year or more ago because I talked a little bit differently back then. A thing about doing LPs is that it continues to change my voice and my way of speaking, and I can hear the differences very clearly when I listen to something like this. Also, there are probably going to be a bunch of little intonation things that'll bother me about seeing this in context, because I just mostly had a contextless script when I was reading all that. The opening of that sounded kind of okay, I guess, maybe? I don't know. Anyway, so, this is weird. I'm slightly uncomfortable. But I'm going to click this and see what happens. Nothing happens. Pressing keys. Whoa. Right arrow does that. Okay, I don't know what I'm doing. I've never actually launched this game before. Q. Oh, okay. So I just pressed those keys in that order. Alright. I mean, this is kind of the point here, right? Okay, so clicking these does nothing. You gotta actually press the keys. So backspace is that. Enter is this. Okay, so let's AWXD. A game by Evidently Cube. Alright, cool. I smashed something. Credits. Probably gonna see my name. There I am. Cool. So this game was made kinda quickly. I think it was a jam game of some sort. I should have read a little closer what its story was. 2018, yeah, so 1 year ago. Did I do it? Yes, okay, so I solved that puzzle. It makes a little smashy something. So QQQ, CCS, alright? I guess that's how I solve a puzzle. I stop a thing. Oh, my controls went away, alright. So, let's guess that I read left to right, top to bottom. So QW, QSW. That's it. Okay. So go in reading order and it's fine. This symbol, isn't it a number 1 in Gujarati, an Indian language? I wish I could have access to a decent library right now. It would make it easy to verify. So I guess I don't need my mouse other than just for like pointing at stuff. So number 1. I press 1 and it does nothing. It looks kind of like a Q. I'm gonna press Q and S. And that's not it. Okay, so that's a failure state. Number 1. I see that gear is a little different from the others. Alright, so this is the activity, huh? So the directions are obvious enough. So there is only one circle, maybe? That's it. Okay. So circle times 1, maybe. So Q with no number specifier, E once, Z twice, C 3 times? That's it. Okay, I have understood what that is. Thanks for the hint, 2018 Alex. Those are all kind of disconnected, but I'm gonna assume that they all add up. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9 S's. That's it. Okay. So doesn't matter whether it's contiguous or not, even though they look like gears. I mean, maybe it does in some sense. So let's assume this might be 2. So up, up, down, down. Okay. Learning a new number system. Oh yeah, it looks like a 2, actually, now that I look at it. So 6 of those. Unless... that might not be it, but it is. Because it could have been 2 of 2 of 2 of D's, which would mean 8 of them, right? Yes, that's what 2 times 2 times 2 is. Alright, so 2, 1, I'm going to assume that means 3. 1, 2, 1, so that probably means 4. Okay, that's it. It looks just like 3 of these. Is there a trick here? No, just making sure I understand. Okay. That's kind of like a backward 3, right? That's not it, though. Okay, what if it's a 4? Okay, that's a 4. A little snake-looking thing. Alright. I don't know how to read Gujarati. So 4, 1, 2. So 7. Okay. 8 of those. 8 of those. Getting the idea. Is that 8? I'm gonna guess. I guessed correctly. Alright, so powers of 2 here. I have not seen a 3, a 5, a 6, or a 7. This doesn't look like any number I have ever seen, but it certainly seems familiar. Perhaps it's not a number at all. All of those similarities. Could it be that whoever made this machine was responsible for the creation of human culture? That's the researcher speaking, in my voice. I don't know anything about the creation of human culture. But 2018 Alex actor does, apparently. So let's assume that's a times sign, maybe? Was this 8? Hang on, 1 times 8, okay. I mean, it could be. Yeah, that was 8. So 8 is the that. 4 is the snake. 2 is the 2. 1 is the Q. I don't have a name for this. It's like a... I don't know. The one that I don't have a name for. Alright, so 1 times 1. Great. I may have also had a little bit of insight into what... okay, 2 times 1. Little bit of insight into what these mechanics are going to be by the names next to the lines that I read, if I remember from a year ago. There is one in particular that I think I do remember, that kind of like, the name of the line that I read explained what I was reading about, basically. So I have a little bit more insight into this than I would going in completely blind. Alright, so that's 2 times 4. Okay. 3 times 3, okay. 9 does fit, looks like that's the maximum. Judging by the shape of the cog and the plate, I can assume it's another mathematical symbol. Not that it tells me exactly what it does, but it's a clue, alright. I need to do a thing. That was the thing I needed to do. Maybe some of that too. I assume this doesn't go above 10? No. Right, maybe another mathematical symbol, something, something. Maybe it's minus. It is minus. Okay, that's 8 minus 1. Okay. So yeah, this is just about deciphering a language, huh? Neat. 8 minus 6 minus 4. Okay. 8 minus 2, presumably plus 1. 7. Wrong. Oh, no, of course. So these would combine and mean that's 8 minus 3, I guess. Okay. How do I evaluate precedence? Maybe the presence of a symbol determines like LHS and RHS, and those should just be evaluated as a unit. I'll make that assumption for now. So 10 minus 4. Okay. That's 20 minus 6, 8, 9, 10, 12, 13. So 7. Okay. 10 minus 4 minus 2 minus 1, so that comes out to 3. So then that's 4 times 4 minus 8, so 8. Not 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. There we go. I only counted to 7. 8 minus 4... No, yes. 8 minus 4 times 2. Alright. I know there's more than just basic arithmetic with an unfamiliar... Well, I mean, by now it's a familiar symbol set. So 10 minus 6. So 4 times 2. Okay. This one reminds me of the Chinese yin and yang. I can see how the symbol we use now came from this one, but is there any overlap in their meaning? What does that mean again? It's like duality or something? So double? No. So reverse. Yeah, so reverse the direction perhaps. I wonder what it does to S, the center symbol. So backward this, backward that, backward this, backward that. So getting into things that are not arithmetic, this is directional. So just do the opposite of all those. Works. Okay. That's probably just itself. It is. All right, thanks for explaining. So what does this do to the numbers then? I don't know. Let's assume it's just 6 of these. It's not. What else could that mean? Oh, -2, of course. So just 2 of those then. So 4. Yeah, so this is just maybe unary negate. That's it. Okay. So 4 plus -2. All right. 4 minus... So basically just another minus symbol in this usage. 4 minus 2 minus 1 of this. Okay. What was this? This was 8. Now the presence of the multiplier here, I'm not sure about. Perhaps it overrides... Well, I can't multiply 8 by 4 and fit enough of those in here. It only fits 9 at the maximum. It could be that since this is present... Let's see, so maybe... No, hang on. So negative, like I can't come out with a negative number of these. I can only enter positive numbers. I mean, obviously this is different from negation when used with, different from the minus sign when used with numbers in some way. This is neat. I've always kind of been into ciphers, and this is an interesting way to do one. I don't currently have any ideas, though. So this is 8, this is 4, this is negate, this is times. 8 minus times 4. Maybe 8 minus 0 times 4. Sure, why not? That's not it. Like, what do I apply this to? If I negate either side of this and then multiply, then I end up with a negative number. If I negate the entire thing, I end up with a negative number. If I multiply the entire thing, I end up with a number too large to represent in here. So I need something between 1 and 9 in my output, one direction or another. Okay, so that one's giving me some problems, huh? Maybe I didn't understand what this was doing to these. Maybe there's another way to interpret this. So let's look at this one. And let's look at that multiplier too. I mean, it's just like a times sign in all the usages I've seen of it there. So just negate the things to the right. Okay, so what about this? When you negate... Well, no, I mean, if I interpret it the way that I understand... But it's before this. Wait a minute. It negates the times sign. What if that makes it a divided by? There we go, 8 divided by 4 of these. That's what it is. I figured it out. Okay. So it flips the operator, not any of the operands. Okay, that's cool. I don't know if I got that right, but I think... yeah, 8 divided by 2 of these. That's... so far seems to add up. So 4 divided by 2 of those. Okay, so this would get into truncation. 5 divided by 2 of these. Not going to be able to do a half. So it does truncate. Sure. So 4... I'm going to guess this is plus then. 4 plus 2 of those. That adds up. Right, so plus becomes minus, minus becomes plus, times becomes divided, haven't seen a divide symbol. Double negate, sure, of course. Oh boy. This is a thing. I mean, just parse it in order and it'll be fine. So that's 12... minus 12 plus negative 4. Okay, so I'm at 8. Plus negative 2, so I'm at 6. Divided by 2. I'm just going left to right evaluation, so I'm at 3. Times 8. Alright, so I'm at... boy, 3 times 8, that's impossible, 24. Come on, Alex, you know better than this. This is a lot of arithmetic all at once. 24 plus negative 4, so I'm at 20, plus negative 4, so 16. No, that's negative 5. Wait. I can't do 15 of these. So something went wrong. Hold on, there are two divisions here. Or sorry, no, that's a multiplication. That's a division. Do this again. 12 minus 4, 8. Minus 2, 6. Divided by 2, 3. Divided by, unless it's like right to left evaluation order. Divided by, no, multiplied by 8. Yeah, 24. Minus 4 is 20. Minus 4 is 6, no, minus 5 is 15. 15 of these. But that's left. So this is like grid all packed full, but also introducing a new concept, maybe. Or testing my understanding of previous concepts, and apparently I might not have them all right. Okay. So what if we do right to left evaluation? So that would mean that 2 times 8... No, hang on, how would I evaluate right to left? So I'm taking like this times sign, this divided by sign. So if we say it's this divided, this, which is, okay, so what's the top row? That's 12 minus, so that's 6. Yeah, so 6 is the value of the top row. But then if I take the result of this whole expression here and divide 6 by it, maybe it'll make more sense. So then that's 2 times 8, alright? So 16 minus 4, alright, so 12 minus 4, so 8, no, minus 5. So 6 divided by 7, so 0, with truncating integer division, which is what I was shown back here. Is 5 divided by 2 is 2 in this case. I mean, okay, 0 of these. Fine, if I interpret right to left. Negative 2 times... Wait a second. There's no case where this situation ever shows up when one of these yin-yang symbols is followed immediately by 2 numbers. This right here is the first construction like that. So let's assume it is single operand unary negate. So this only negates this one. Now does that change anything up here? So let's evaluate that again. Yeah, so I kept tripping up here because this is a construct I haven't seen before. So this isn't minus 5, this is minus 4 plus 1, or something. So what does that evaluate to then if this only binds to one single thing after it? So anyway, this is 8 plus 4 plus negative 4, so 8, plus negative 2, so 6, divided by, oh, and here's another spot where it shows up, divided by 1, so this is still 6, plus 1, so this is 7. 7 times 8 plus negative 4. Okay. 7 times 4 plus negative 4, 0 plus 1, 7. 7 of those. So that whole thing evaluated to 7 divided by 1, pretty much. Okay. Then negative 2 times 4. Okay. So negative 8 times negative 1. Okay, so we got 8 here. Minus 4. You're saying 4 of these, but those don't fit. I can't put 2 more in here. So if I could put 2 more of these, and then 1 of those, I'd be good. Alright, so what error did I make up here? The error that I made is that this already applied to this, and certainly would it's not this whole construct. Hang on. So I misinterpreted right in this section, I think. Okay, so one more time. Yeah, so it just applies to one symbol to the right of it, and flip-flops that to the negative. Alright, so 8 plus 4 plus negative 4 plus negative 2. Okay, so first row is 6. Every time I've evaluated the top row, it's always been 6. So this is 6. I'm going to just like write a 6 here. 6 divided by 2. Neither of these are negated. Okay, so that's 3. So this entire construction is still 3 times 8. Well, see, now I'm back to 24 again. Plus negative 4. Hold up. Okay, so here's my error. I'm making this a unit. Like, I'm putting parentheses around this entire thing, then adding the rest of this. So no, what's actually going on is this is my operator. So this is its entire LHS. So the RHS is all of this. So this was, hang on, so 6 divided by 2. Okay, so this is 3. This unit is 3 times the expression here, right? So that's 8 minus 4 plus 1. So this is actually 3 of these, and that fits with everything else. Okay. That took a bit to parse, but this is super cool. Like, this tests my understanding, and without any additional information, I can just reparse the things I understand, and with only the constraint that I know how much space I have to fit into this, I can build the understanding. This is so cool! Oh man. This is the last puzzle I'm doing today, I think. So 3 of those, and then the rest of that I think I evaluated correctly. Negative 2 times 4 times negative 1 minus 4. That was what, 4? I lost track. Negative 2 times 4 is negative 8. Times negative 1 is 8. Minus 4 is 4. And then just one of these. There we go! Oh boy! Okay, great. So that's where I'm stopping. If I go on to the next puzzle, I'm gonna let it go on to the next puzzle because I don't know what'll happen if I quit and resume here. Okay.
I feel like this one has a painfully modern meaning. Is it possible that this strange place wasn't just crafted by someone in the past, but rather shapes itself to the eye of the beholder? Would someone else coming here see different glyphs? Maybe it's no accident that I've been so capable at understanding this so far.
Alright, so that was the one where the name of the script kind of gave it away. So I think I know what this means, but you know what? I'm gonna test my knowledge next time. Alright, this is real neat. Like, I'm kind of impressed by this whole construct and how that played out. Cool. Alright, I don't know how long this game is. Judging by the number of lines I'm read, I guess I'm about a third of the way through it now. But there could be a lot of puzzles that I just didn't have to voice anything for. Alright, neat. So, I'll see you next time for this stuff.